Hey guys, AJ here. Hey, what's up, y'all? I know it's been a while since I made a video, but let me see. Now that this game cycle's coming to an end, I said, you know what? I know that everybody has a problem with Klaus, so I figured I came up with a little strategy to kill Klaus a little bit easier, and you know, this might change the way you play too much, and you might not want to make any changes. But I figured, you know what? Let me just share what I learned, and it's up to y'all. Y'all want to make some changes or not? Hopefully, y'all learned something from this video. But anyway, let me get right into it. All right, starting off. Yeah, like I said, this video is gonna be about killing Klaus easier and faster. So let me just show you all the changes that I made to make it a little bit easier to kill him. Alright, first off, let me just show you my loadout. Ether Stroud is the way to go. I know y'all like using energy mine sometimes, but this is, like I said, this is about killing Klaus easier. So, Ether Stroud is the way to go. You're going to have two applications and, you know, you're MIA. The only problem is he runs away from you, but you're still better off with that get out of jail free card. Sharp charges is the way to go because they work with elites, and decoys and some other ones don't, so this is the way to go also. Okay, so with that being said, let me just talk about a couple of different Osmonds that I've been messing around with. And I'm mostly going to talk about these two right here. The other one's irrelevant. I'm going to start with double tap. Double tap, right? The absolute game changer that I put on to make it easier to kill Klaus is double time. Double time, I didn't like using this at first because I started saying, you know what? This doesn't give you a whole lot of ammo, not that much at all, not like the other Osmond. There's another one that gives you ammo back, but this one is not even worth it. But double or nothing, this one actually is a really good Osmond, and this is the one that I always run with if I'm playing maybe another map. But specifically killing Klaus, you're better off with double time. Double time will kill Klaus way faster. The only drawback is you go through your ammo way faster. But I came up with a solution that will help make it so it's not so bad when you put this on, you know. So the other thing is double impact is the way to go if you're using an automatic weapon. When you shoot one zombie and then you shoot the next one, you're going to do 25% more damage, and that's going to overall help you kill Klaus. And between that and shooting faster is going to help you a lot. But if you're using a shotgun that doesn't really have that much of a, you know, I mean, it does have a, I think, ammo multiplier or something like that. So anyway, you're better off using double standard if you having a shotgun like BG. If you got a shotgun, use this. But even when you put double standard on, you should still keep on double time. Double time would kill them faster. And automatics, put this on. Don't even work with double jeopardy because we're not going to be really using, you know, we're not going to be using wonder weapons like that anyway. So don't even worry about that. Basically, this is the only thing you need to worry about. Keeping double time on. You got an automatic, put this on. If you got a shotgun, put that on. Simple as that. Now, moving on to double Deadshot Daiquiri. Deadshot Daiquiri, right? Always keep on Dead Break because it's gonna shoot through the armor faster. Now, I put on Dead Again. The reason why I put on Dead Again is because one thing you gotta realize that every single one of these deals with critical kills. They had it so when you put this on and when you shoot through like the abomination or whatever that thing was, when you shoot through them, they did double the damage, but they nerfed that. So to me, this is gonna give you double the damage if you're shooting through a zombie, maybe an elite, for the very first shot. After that, it's gonna shoot regular. This is gonna give you 5% more damage. You see how it says further increased critical damage? It's gonna give you 5% more damage. But the only problem is this is these all help you with zombies already, regular zombies for the most part. It's not really helping you with elites or something like that. And I said to myself, dead again. Dead again, every time I'm shooting critical kills into zombies now, giving them headshots, I'm getting some of my ammo back. Now, I know this doesn't really help BG with a shotgun, but I have a solution for him too. And my solution is, it says it helps you with critical kills, get some of your ammo back. Well, a way that you can get critical kills back, even if you're shooting at the hip or whatever, with a shotgun, just put this on. Depth perception. You see right here, a small chance of body shots will give you make it so it's a critical kill. And since the fact that it is a critical kill, you'll get some of your ammo back that way too. So if you're using a shotgun, you're still not out of luck. You're still going to be good. So anyway, I have this on, like I said, get some of my ammo back. And always keep this on. This is the better one to go. Help you with the hip and whatever. Now, put this on. Dead break. So, with that being said, there's a couple of other strategies that I use to make it so I kill Klaus a little bit easier as well. And some of it has to do with the gun itself. Let me see. One second. Now, let me just show you my loadout a little bit. Oh yeah, I already explained all of that. But I'm going to explain the gun. There's some things that I changed with my overall gun to make it a little bit easier too. What I wanted to do was I wanted the power of an LMG. But, I mean, I'm only saying this because I like automatics. I wanted the power of an LMG. But I wanted to move a little bit faster like an assault rifle. So I wanted to see something that was in the middle. SMG is a little bit too weak. Like I said, this is a video about killing Klaus easier. So I said to myself, makes you move way too slow. So I said, you know what? Let me go to the assault rifle category. And this is the strategy that I came up with. If you have the XM4 or the Kilo, it doesn't really matter which one you put on. What you're really looking for is ammo, right? And there's a couple other ones. I haven't been through every single assault rifle, but this one has what you want to look for is the extended mag 3. The extended mag 3 will give you see at the bottom right it says your magazine size is 100. So anytime you see a magazine size, times that by 2. So when you pack the gun, you're not going to have 100 rounds. You're going to have 200 rounds, and you're going to have more than enough. So let's say like you shot Klaus, right? And everybody knows when you shot Klaus, you're going to have only a certain amount of time to shoot off one of his plates. And if you have 200 rounds to work with after you shot him, you're going to go through that 200 rounds still quick because it's still double time on. But you'll be able to shoot through his armor so fast that you'll be able to, with that increased fire rate and 200 rounds, you'll be able to shoot through his plate way faster and way easier. Because the thing is, there are technically other guns that are better than, there are guns that are way better than the XM, well not say way better, but better than the XM4 and the Kilo. But the main reason why I'm putting this on is because of the actual ammo itself. And the other thing that I changed also is a couple of other changes. I used to put on the headshot multiplier, and that would make it so it's way easier to kill zombies. But the thing is, the zombies is easy to kill. The zombies is not the problem. The elite is the problem, Klaus. So I switched from the headshot multiplier to overall long damage range. Bullet velocity. Oh yeah, by the way, if it's a choice between bullet velocity and damage range, damage range is always better. Now, if I was playing multiplayer, that'd be a different story. But damage range is the way to go. This one gives you both. That helps you in multiplayer, but this one is the one to go with in zombies because there's a lot of times we shooting Klaus for a distance. When we shooting them from a distance, this will help you. This will not help you. This is going to help you with the zombies. This is going to help you with that damage range. And on top of that, you want to give yourself as much damage range as possible because I'm going to give off a trade-off to get rid of some of the damage range. For a good cause, though. I'm going to explain right now. So I'm going to put the damage range on that. The other thing is, when you go to your magazine, your muzzle, you can put this on if you want to, so you'll get the, this is the one that you always unlock first, and it's going to give you that, that salvage drop, that increased salvage drop. But the moment you have this on your weapon, this will give you the salvage drop, but it's going to give you damage range and bullet velocity also at the same time. So if you got this unlocked, this is the one you should put on. This is the one that's going to give you that. So by the damage range on this and the damage range on this, you're going to lose some of it for a good cause. Let me show you right here. You see here it says fire rate? I usually put this on because this one, I think it helps me with more than just score streaks in vehicles, but I never really tested that out. But I know that I don't need to make the gun shoot better because I have Deadshot Daiquiri. And I know bullet velocity doesn't do anything. And you should try to stay away from you should try to stay away from the 3-round burst. I mean, most of us is going to go with automatic, once an automatic. So I put on the fire rate. Now the fire rate, you're going to get rid of some of your damage range and your bullet velocity. But the increase in damage, the increase in speed, right, for the fire rate is what you want to kill Klaus easy. By the way, the fire rate that you see is not even with double tap on. Double tap is going to increase it even faster. So when it's time for you to kill Klaus, right? When you shot Klaus, and then when you're aiming at his, when you're aiming at one of his plates, you're gonna shoot through one of his plates way faster. And since you got damage range on, you're gonna shoot Klaus a little bit easier from a distance. Now, let me see. So basically, between that, shocking him a little bit faster, changing the fire rate, those are all the little things that's gonna make it so you kill Klaus a little bit easier. Now, the only thing that I'm gonna say about shotguns is, if you have a shotgun, like I said earlier, I think that you don't necessarily have to change the fire rate. Let's say that you have like slug rounds on or something like that. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you're gonna let's say that like you put on the fire rate for the shotgun, but it takes away your slug rounds, or if you chose to put on something else like this, you don't have to put on the fire rate change for a shotgun. If you already prefer something else, like the slug or the dragon's breath, you'll be perfectly fine just by changing this augment alone. That'll be sufficient. You'll still kill Klaus fast enough. That's what I'm getting at. Because the thing is, you're not just shooting one bullet at a time like an assault rifle. When you're shooting a shotgun, you're shooting multiple bullets at a time. So as long as you remember to put on the double standard, then you'll be fine. Just make sure that you don't want to have a shotgun on and have this on. That's what I'm saying. You'd be better off with this. But other than that, I think that I covered everything that I had to cover. So if you got any questions, let me know. Like I said, you could try this out, or you could just stick with the regular strategy you've been working. The only thing that I'm telling you is I made some of those changes, and it made it way easier to kill Klaus. So I figured I'd share with y'all. But anyway, I'll just check y'all later. Peace out.